Hopkins checking in. Good to see you, Ray.
How you doing? How you doing?
How was Ray doing?
I'm great, sir. Great.
How much of this schoolwork you've got out of the way now? How much more do you have to get done at Greensboro College before you get that piece of paper, get that degree?
One more year.
Will you go back next year for a full year?
I should. I haven't decided. I kind of want to transfer and go to UNCG or something like that.
You may transfer over?
Yeah.
And take your credits with you?
Yes, sir.
And
Since I'm done playing football, I might as well.
Are you done playing football, really, or are you really done with football?
I'm done with Greensboro College.
Your Greensboro College career is over,
college
but
career
are you done playing football?
Oh, no, of course not. I'm going to keep playing until I can't play no more.
How do you find places to play now? What are you doing, going about trying to find connections so you can keep playing?
Well, right now, recently, like probably before Christmas break, I tried out for the new Winston-Salem team.
Tried out for a team already?
Yeah. And
how'd you get connected with those guys?
I believe my coach, one of my coaches, Coach Mo, he used to play Arena League or whatever, and he told me about the new team that came in Winston-Salem, so I went out there, tried out, and luckily they invited me back to camp. So. And
that's an arena team?
Yes, sir.
Indoor ball?
Arena indoor.
I tell you, the receivers in indoor arena football, those guys are active. They're a big part of what's going on.
It's tough. It's very different to me because I've never played on a small field like that with the wall and everything. Different terminology.
You used to getting popped against those walls, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Do you think there's a chance that you tried out for the team? When will you know? And do you know now if you made the team?
It should be after camp, but basically it's looking pretty good for me right now. But I don't want to stop there.
Do they have a training camp coming up and all that stuff?
Yes,
too?
sir. It's February 28th.
So the season for them probably starts sometime late March, early April.
Yes,
then.
sir. March 20th, I think.
There used to be a coach here in town who was the offensive coordinator. He was one time at Page, then he went to High Point Central, then he went to Grimsley. He was the offensive coordinator. And I think he's coaching Coach Rez Nala, who he coached that Fayetteville team for a few years in the Arena League. Now the team from Winston-Salem, what's this team going to be called?
Winston-Salem Wildcats.
Winston-Salem Wildcats. And you'll be in a league with other teams around this area?
I think it's a team called Triangle Torch around here. Mm-hmm. It's that team and like other teams from like Florida, stuff like that.
Are there any outdoor teams you might try out for later too?
I haven't decided yet. I'm just taking it one step at a time, basically.
How long does that arena season last? March till sometime late in the summer, maybe?
Yeah, late summer, March around that.
So there's a very good chance you'll be playing football again?
Yes, sir, of course.
Does it help trying out for that team and you go and tell these guys, I was a D3 All-American? Does that help a little bit?
Well.
Because you made the All-American team. We promoted that too. You made the All-American team. Does that help? It has to help a little bit going in when you try out for a team like that.
I mean, it does, but at the end of the day, I want my talents to, whatever I do on that tryout, to just show for itself. I don't want my name or nothing to be, basically just of my talent.
And you're at a whole new stage now, too, a whole new level.
Yes, sir.
Some of these guys you ran into during that tryout, were they kind of impressive seeing some of these new people, new faces out there, new talent you ran into over there?
Yes, sir, of course. But I mean, it was a bunch of local guys out there from like Andrews, High Point Central. So I kind of knew a lot of them. So
how about with Herb and also with Micah? We had them on the show here back in I think late August, early September before the Guilford game. What are those two guys? Your brother Herbie and also Micah McMaster.
Micah definitely probably is going to play somewhere. I haven't really talked to him about where we're playing. We just be working out a lot. And Herb actually got one more year, so.
He's got 1 year to play because he was injured 1 year and sat out when you guys played that year, right?
Yes, sir. This should be a exciting year for him.
He had a good year this year. He and Micah both put up some good numbers as far as interceptions, pass deflections, total tackles. Yeah. They had very good years.
Very good. I mean, we all definitely worked out this summer hard, and we dedicated ourselves to football. So
how did you do it? Now you went from high school, had some success in high school. I wouldn't say massive success. You played well, but maybe some might say limited success in high school. Going to Greensboro College, now you're trying out for a pro arena indoor football team. You made the All-American team. How did you do it, making that transition from high school to college and have that kind of success?
I mean, basically, if you really want it, you got to go get it, basically, and you can't have no distractions or nothing like that. I mean, of course, you're gonna get distracted with girls, school, family issues, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you gotta set that stuff aside if you really want it, and go get it and work out like it's
When did you
your
work
last.
out? Did you do those early morning training sessions and afternoon sessions? When did you do most of your workouts?
Well, most of the time in the summer, I get up and run probably like 6 a.m. because I'm a morning person.
Mm-hmm. So you get it done early.
6 a.m. running, stuff like that.
How far would you run?
Probably about 4 or 5 miles. Sometimes if I'm really in it with music, and I'll run till I can't stop no more.
And you did that near your home or in town?
In town, I stayed on campus over the summer. So.
Did that help to get ready for the next year, being on campus, being around the school? Did that help maybe push you a little bit more to get ready for the next year?
Yeah, it definitely did. Having access to weights and everything, and coaches being around. And I basically worked out with Coach Russell, our receivers coach, over the summer. And it definitely gave us like a upper hand on other people.
Now, you think about, you told me back in the old days about you guys were like, you had those country workouts.
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys country strong. You
Yeah,
guys,
my dad.
You did it the hard way.
Yes, sir. I had to. That's how we grew up. I mean, he was a Navy guy, so getting up in the morning for me is nothing. Like 5 a.m., 6 a.m., stuff like that is nothing. Working hard, stuff like that. I also knew that anything my coaches did, I already done it with my dad. So
it wasn't nothing new to you then, all those things you were doing.
Nothing new.
Your dad pushed you hard, and it paid off.
Yeah, he pushed all of us hard.
That's kind of a good thing now, too. You look back on
sir,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
I used to hate it at the time, but now I'm just like.
You probably wonder why he was doing it back then. Why are you treating us like this? Why are you pushing us so hard?
Yeah, I did, but I mean, as a kid, you don't understand stuff like that because you just like, God, I'm tired, I don't want to do this. And then now when you get 18, 19, 20, 21, you realize like he did it to see us do better for our future. So
You're looking more and more like your dad too as you get older, and kind of a smaller version, but look a lot like your dad these days.
yeah, a lot of people keep saying that. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I really don't see
The
it.
first time I met your dad, well, I met him a couple of times. I met him one night, and he gave me the best information anybody probably ever gave me. I was at a Northeast Guilford basketball game, and you guys were playing for Southwest Guilford. And you had a game that night against Northeast at Northeast. He met me out in the lobby that night. He said, I'll introduce you to these two little kids. He said, this is the future basketball in Guilford County. This is Kobe. This is Keyshawn Langley. Your dad was out there to show me those kids. And I said, okay, I just kind of took for granted those couple of kids. And look what those guys are doing these days. 19-0, and they're going crazy over there.
Awesome. I finally, I done seen them play 2 or 3 games, and they impressive. Like, growing up, I used to see them, like, while we practicing, they over there shooting, they dad making them, basically they dad doing what my dad did to me. Come up there with my brother and everything, stuff like that, and practice and just play.
Does it kind of make you wish you were still around in high school, maybe playing some basketball? Mix in with those guys a little bit.
Yeah, of course. I mean, especially Coach Shavers. Coach Shavers is like, he taught us a lot, so I definitely miss playing basketball at Southwest with him. So
I tell you, 19-0, and I think ranked in the top 5 in the state. They're doing well. And it's not the first year. They did it last year pretty well, too, and they did it pretty well back when Terrell Leach was there. Terrell was a scorer and a half.
yeah,
he could score all day long.
Good player, too. But I definitely hope they make it far. And
The problem has been in the past when they got to the playoffs, getting knocked out of the playoffs too early, it seemed like Southwest.
Yeah, that's a big problem, but I think Coach Shavers got these boys on track this year. I watched them play, and they Cam, Kobe, Keyshawn, like, it's a big unit. I don't know any other guys because I kind of like
You
knew
got
Cam.
Cameron Mitchell, the big guy inside, and Orlando Smith.
Yeah, Orlando, yeah. They all, it's like a big unit, so I don't think it's going to be an early exit this year.
You look back at your All-American nomination and making that team. Who else made it from your school? Didn't another guy make it too? Anybody else make it from your school, or just you? I know Guilford had a couple of guys, maybe.
Besides Mike and Herb, I didn't really look at the list because I was surprised I made it. So, I mean,
Once you saw that list, what was the feeling like then? That felt pretty darn good, didn't it?
It did because I've never made anything like that, and to have that accomplishment under my belt or whatever, it's definitely like a dream come true. And
what kind of numbers you put up? You were right like 987 this year.
Yeah, 987. That was.
I remember. Was I right?
Yeah,
it's not bad. I didn't write that. I just remember that. Yeah,
it was close. Yeah,
right around 1,000. Yeah,
almost 1,000. I mean, that was one of my goals to break 1,000 yards. I fell short, but
you're right there at it though.
Right there at it.
Plus, you were a receiver plus a return man too. Did you return kickoffs or punts?
Kickoffs, but I didn't return that many this year because anytime I'm on it, they never kick me the ball. So
you waste your time standing there. They're kicking away from you.
Yeah, but I still love doing special teams. That's something I love to do.
But now that your season's over, your career is still not over though.
Oh, of course.
You always told us that too back in the old days. You'd always tell us, "I'm going to keep playing as long as I can go."
Yeah, I am definitely gonna see where the Lord takes me.
How did you get better, like we asked before? How do you keep getting better at what you're doing? The training helps, but you got to do a little football skill work too. So how do you do football skill work now since you're not with the team anymore? Where do you do that workout in?
I basically either train with one of my coaches, Coach Russell again, or Mo, or even on my own. That's where you really like find if you really want it. You train on your own. Anybody can just take you out there and push you, but if you don't want to do it yourself, then there's no need for you to just go out there.
Did you ever feel like during the time at Greensboro College you were doing this almost like on your own anyway, and nobody was giving you the time of day? I know sometimes you worked hard, and sometimes you maybe felt like, man, we're doing all this, nobody's even noticing what we're doing. Sometimes you kind of want a little bit of recognition anyway.
Yeah, I mean, to me, basically, if you doing what you got to do on the football field, that stuff will come. And my coaches definitely helped me with a lot of stuff.
I was always impressed with the fact that you kept contacting people trying to get the word out there. I remember back all the way when you were in high school, but you contacted us at the website about trying to find out how to get on that East-West All-Star team or one of those All-Star games. You're always looking to do better, always trying to do better.
I definitely felt like my senior year, I should have been playing in the East-West All-Star.
What position would you have played?
Definitely special teams, but I don't know. Probably slot running back. Slot running back, yeah. Definitely slot running back.
What made you never give up and keep working harder as time went on? You didn't give up, plus you didn't let up. You kept working harder.
That's a good question. Probably just my family and my girlfriend, like people that's behind me, pushing me and telling me I can still do it, and then me having the drive to still want to do it and still want to succeed, want to show people what I really can do.
You look at your career too. You want to keep playing indoor football and arena football. What else will you be doing career-wise once you get your degree and you may be leaving Greensboro College, finish up at UNCG? What do you see? One time you told me you may want to go into police work.
Yeah, I'm still doing that right now. Actually, right now I'm shadowing a police officer in Greensboro. So basically, but with my degree and football, I'm definitely going to still be a police officer.
Do you have to go to police academy and do the training?
Yes, sir. I'm still going to do all of that stuff like that.
How long does it take to get all that under your belt? Any idea?
It just all depends where you do it at. I know in Charlotte they got like a week training type thing. Around here it's like a month and a half or a month, something like that. And I want to say in Atlanta, I looked up a place in Atlanta or something like that. It's definitely like 2 months. So.
Do you want to hit the hard streets?
I haven't decided yet, but whatever, it doesn't really matter to me. It's just something I want to do. I like helping people.
You don't mind the patrol duty. You'll go out and do it all then.
Yes, sir.
Not necessarily sit back in the office, take the phone calls, and do the paperwork.
I hate that. I gotta move. You
want to get out, hit the street.
I got to. I can't.
You wouldn't mind probably walking the path if you had to.
Of course not. I mean,
I tell you, that bike path looks pretty good now too. The bike riding policeman, that's not too bad.
Yeah, but I mean, I exercise a lot, so that's definitely something I love to do. So.
Well, you look at your overall college football career, you're pretty well pleased with how things turned out? Pretty well pleased?
I wouldn't say I'm pleased. I just say I'm not going to be complacent with it. I definitely wish that my freshman and sophomore year I would have done a little things different. But as far as right now, my senior year, since I know I worked my tail off over the summer, I wouldn't.
Were you able to show what you wanted to show at Greensboro College? Did it give you the proper stage to show off your skills and prove to people what you could do? Was that the proper place for you at Greensboro College?
They seen a little bit of what I can do. I definitely can do a whole lot more with my talents and everything. I'm not trying to be cocky or anything,
right.
But I definitely can do a whole lot.
Was D3 football tougher than people give it credit for being?
Of course. You can ask a lot of the freshmen that come in that think they're like the top-notch type of guy, or even other people that's looking on the outside looking in. It's not D1 or D2, but it's definitely different from high school and anything like JUCO or something like this. Like all levels are different in some type of way, but the biggest conception that people have about D3 is it's just like high school, where a bunch of rich kids play or something like that. But it's a lot of D3, a lot of good D3 football.
And you got to be tough to stick with, because you look at the attrition, the turnover rate. There's a lot of guys here the first year, they're not back. You don't see them back second semester. What you guys did, you Ray Bridges and your brother Herb and also Michael, what you guys did sticking in there, that says a lot, because a lot of guys don't stay with it, they move on.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people, it's like a eye-opener for a lot of freshmen and stuff like that, like if you really want to play.
There's a lot of difference in a year and a career, isn't there?
Yeah, it is.
4 years is a workout, no doubt about
it.
And to be able to maintain, you stayed on the field almost the entire time, those 4 years.
Yes, sir.
That says, who was the best coach you ever had?
In college or?
Anywhere. Best coach you ever had. You played college, you played high school, you played youth football, somewhere in High Point, didn't you?
Yes, sir. I played with a High Point Parks and Rec.
Yeah, who's the best coach you ever had?
That's tough. I'm gonna just say basketball is definitely either my dad or Coach Shavers. But I'm not gonna count my dad because I mean, he been
He's your mentor. He's your leader.
Mentor, yeah, he been there for me since I was born. So basketball, I'm just definitely say Coach Shavers. And football, and I'm gonna say the McClains, Coach McClain, Coach Bobby, Coach Rowland. I believe they're at High Point Central right now. They definitely like push me.
Were those the coaches in High Point youth football?
Yes, sir.
Had them back in the early days.
Probably taught me the most out of any of my coaches.
You were doing running back in some old days too, weren't you?
Yes,
did some
sir.
running back. I thought so. Yeah.
That's actually my favorite position that I want to play. I always wanted to play running back.
You think they might get a chance to go back running back with the arena, or are they pretty well selling you at receiver?
And it's different because arena they like the quick, fast guys.
The running
slots.
game is not as big a focus in arena, is it?
They like using the term called high bird.
They put like a huge running back in for like a
bird,
1 yard gain.
Yeah, that's
to
basically
get a quick
how they
touchdown.
Like. Yeah, but they definitely want to try to use me at slot because
They want to get 10, 15 yards a clip on those sideline passes, things
sir.
like that. Gotcha. How about the Carolina Panthers in the Super Bowl? How do you see that happening? Are you locking down the Denver Broncos or going with the Panthers?
I'm definitely a big Cam Newton fan, but I don't really like the Panthers. I don't know which team to go with. I want Cam Newton to win, but then again, the Broncos might have a better defense, or I just don't.
Do you see Cam Newton being the NFL quarterback among all quarterbacks in the next 10 years? Will he be the man over the next 10 seasons?
Of course, yeah. Definitely, if he keep the drive and have fun with what he's doing with right now, he definitely is going to be probably one of the greatest quarterbacks.
How about his personality? Is he too much for you, or is he doesn't matter? He's right.
Nah, it's him, so
Yeah.
he's right for me. If that's how you play, as long as he making plays, he obviously did something good in the Super Bowl.
Bottom line, look at the numbers. They've only lost one game. They're playing for the championship, playing for everything.
It's works, man. He don't need to change. He just need to get better. So.
Have you liked him from the very beginning?
Cam Newton, I did,
Yeah.
but I never seen them playing in this Super Bowl 50. I didn't see that this year, but they made it so.
And they made it with a lot of authority, too. 49-15, that win back on Sunday. That's a decisive win. There were no questions about that. There were no doubt. They definitely blew them out. Big time win over Arizona. Arizona never got to go in. Their quarterback was on his back almost the entire day.
Yeah, but Arizona was missing Tyrann Matthew, so the game probably would have went a little different.
Who's your favorite NFL receiver, since you are a receiver? Who's your favorite receiver out there in the NFL?
Steve Smith.
Still like Steve?
Steve Smith.
I like Steve too, but I tell you what's amazing how the Panthers were able to get where they are, and you think about how important Steve Smith was to that team, but they went on without him. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is, especially with them missing the other receiver, Kevin Benjamin. I definitely didn't think they
those
was going
guys
to get
stepped
that
up.
far.
I mean, Jericho Cottree, you got Devin Funchess, you got Greg Olson.
Ted Ginn,
Ted Ginn. Ted Ginn's got the speed. I mean, he came all the way back across the field at an angle, and they couldn't catch him. Smart move by him to keep stretching that angle because of his speed. There was no way they were going to catch him.
Yeah, Ted Ginn was I can remember them.
What's his name? Philly Brown. Corey Brown, he's a good one too.
Corey, that scored that long touchdown? Yeah, he's pretty good. I just remember, me personally, I remember Ted Ginn because they talked about him, how he dropped a lot of balls and stuff like that.
He made up for it though, in my opinion.
Yeah, he did.
He looked at the two sides of two charts. He's the positive chart. He's way ahead.
Yeah.
And they're glad they got him. They lost him for he went to Arizona that one in 2014. Then he came back to the Panthers. He was gone a year, and then they brought him back. Those are the best moves they ever make, especially with like you say, Benjamin being out. And what's Benjamin? He's sitting there having to watch all this. That's kind of crazy too.
I know. Yeah, I know he wish he could play right now.
Just one or two plays.
Yeah.
Do you think Thomas Davis plays? He's got that broken arm. Will he play in the Super Bowl?
I don't know. I mean, they could definitely give him probably one of them shots they give everybody, and he end up playing. But I wouldn't do it if I was him. But I ain't had the chance to play in the Super Bowl, so I don't know.
You might play in the Arena Bowl, though. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. You might be in the Arena Bowl one day. How about
so.
Back to the Southwest Guilford Cowboys basketball team? How far will they go this year?
However far they want to. If they keep playing like the way they're playing right now, they might be an undersized, small team or whatever, what anybody ever says, but they definitely got the fight and the drive with Cam and all of them guys. And Coach Shavers, I know Coach Shavers pushed them and definitely helps them with anything and give them the terminology and stuff they need. So,
if you were talking to some young football player out there today thinking about trying to get into the game and trying to go all the way as far as you've gone on to college, what would you tell that young kid? Maybe he's an undersized kid, nobody's giving him any recognition, giving him any help, he needs some help. What would you tell that kid to motivate and keep him going?
Definitely don't give up and don't listen to your critics or whatever, because it's a lot of people that told me I wouldn't be able to do something, and it's a whole. I actually even probably some of my family even told me I couldn't do it. Not enough my brothers and sisters, mom and dad like that, but definitely don't quit, because I look at it like this: when you were in school, a teacher asks you which one to be, a doctor or whatever, something like that. You raise your hand and say you want to play in the NFL, like, and the teacher say no. Like, that teacher has no say-so over your life.
A teacher told you that?
I mean, a couple of teachers told me. They asked me what I want to do for a career, and I said play in the NFL, and she's like, no, you can't. Like, let's be realistic. Like, you at Southwest, I'm like, why my dream got to be shut down? Why you can't tell that kid right there he can't be a doctor? What's the difference between being an NFL player and becoming a doctor?
Anything you want if you get that chance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just basically don't let nobody shoot your dreams down. If you really want it, you got to go after it.
If you could do this right now, give me a shout out for all the family members, because I know your mom and dad have been here before. You used to see your sister when she worked at the bank up on some of that. Give a shout out to all the family members.
All of them.
All
the names.
All the direct family, yeah.
Shout out to, let me start with the kids. TT, Nate, Q, my twin brother, my older brother, Greg, GB, Jr., my sister, Taisha, Tamirio, and Tashara.
And your mom and dad?
And mom and dad.
Ray, good job as always.
Thank you.
I hope we've been part of your career since you've been at Greensboro College. Anytime you need help from us, you're going to get it.
Thank you.
Because you overcame and defied the odds, they might say.
Sir.
And the best thing about following your career was every week it seemed to get better. It's fun posting those numbers about you on the website, because you kept putting out positive numbers and kept proving the people wrong.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, too.
Yeah, you got it.
Giving me a little recognition. Okay.
Always, Ray. Keep up the good work, and let us know how you're doing that Arena League, because I know you're going to make that team.
Okay, thanks.
And the Winston-Salem team is called again?
Winston-Salem Wildcats.
Winston-Salem Wildcats. Watch for